All right, let's talk about something that's on pretty much every investor's radar right now, AI. We're going to dig into how you can use these super powerful tools for your investment research. But, and this is a big but, how to do it without getting burned by some really common and potentially really expensive mistakes.
I mean, who hasn't thought about it, right? Investing can feel like a total maze sometimes. And then along comes something like ChatGPT or Gemini, and it feels like, wow, this is it. This is the shortcut. It's so tempting to see it as this magic wand that'll just make all the complexity disappear.
And yeah, that's the big promise, isn't it? The idea is you've got this brilliant, tireless research assistant, one that can cut through all the confusing financial jargon for you anytime, day or night. And look, on the bright side, the power here is just undeniable. I mean, think about it. It can take a dense 50-page report packed with jargon and just poof, boil it down to the main points in seconds. It turns all that complicated financial speak into plain English. For getting a quick lay of the land, it's an amazing time saver.
Okay, but this is where the dream kind of hits a wall. We have to do a little reality check here. Because behind all that amazing hype, there are some pretty serious dangers. This is not a perfect tool, not by a long shot. And you absolutely have to understand its flaws before you even think about risking your money based on what it says. And the difference is just, it's night and day, really. You've got the promise of making everything fast and easy on one side. But on the other side, you've got the danger. The info could be flat out wrong, it could be old news, and maybe the most important part, you have zero backup. There's no safety net if it all goes wrong.
So let's talk about that first big problem, AI hallucinations. It's a weird term, but it just means the AI makes stuff up. It'll find a gap in its knowledge and just fill it with something that sounds right but is totally false. And here's the really scary part. It says it with so much confidence. It presents these fake facts like they're gospel truth. You can see why that's a huge, huge risk for any investor.
Then there's problem number 2. These AIs are not plugged into the live market. Their whole world is built on the data they were trained on, and that data could be months, maybe even years out of date. You know, trying to make today's investment decisions with last year's data, well, it's like trying to drive a car forward while only looking in the rearview mirror. It's not going to end well. And that brings us to what might be the biggest risk of all. It all comes down to one single number: 0. That is exactly how much protection you get from official financial safety nets. You know, the ones designed to protect consumers, if you lose money because of bad info an AI gave you. And here's why that protection just isn't there. It's simple, really. Tools like ChatGPT are not regulated financial advisors. They have no license, no authorization to give you financial advice. So when you use them for that, you are totally on your own. The risk is 100% yours. Period. Okay, I know that all sounds pretty grim, right? But look, knowing the risks is the first, most important step to using any tool the right way. So now, let's flip this around. Let's get into the smart investor's playbook. How do we actually use AI safely and effectively? All right, first things first, we've got to bust a couple of big myths. And here's the million-dollar question everyone wants to ask. Can you just ask an AI, hey, when's the next market crash going to happen? And the answer is a big, fat, hard no. And AI is great at analyzing stuff that's already happened. It can spot patterns in old data, but it is not a psychic. It can't see the future. It has zero ability to predict some random, sudden global event that's going to send the markets into a nosedive. Okay, so myth number 2. The other big dream, right? Can AI give you that one secret stock tip, the one that's going to make you rich quick? You already know the answer to this one. No. Absolutely not. This is like investing 101. There's no such thing as a guaranteed return. If an AI, or a person for that matter, starts talking about a sure thing, that is a gigantic red flag. The old saying is true for a reason. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. So, what's the right way to use it? Here's a simple 4-step playbook. Step 1, use AI for the what. Ask it basic stuff. What is a price-to-earnings ratio? Or summarize this company's business model. Simple facts. Step 2, you have to do the research for the why. Why is this a good investment right now? That part takes your brain, your critical thinking. Step 3, make the AI show its work. Demand sources. Ask, where did you get that information? And step 4, this is the golden rule, verify everything. Double-check the facts with a real, trusted source that isn't another AI.
And all of this really boils down to one single major takeaway. You've got to completely change how you think about AI. It's not some all-knowing oracle. It's not a crystal ball.
Here's a great way to think about it. I love this analogy. Think of AI like a workout supplement, like protein powder. Yeah, it can support what you're doing. It might help you get better results. But it is not a substitute for actually going to the gym and lifting the weights. You still have to put in the reps yourself.
Let's just be crystal clear on this. The AI is the research assistant. Its job is to go fetch things, summarize stuff, and define words. But you are the investor. You're the one in the driver's seat. You do the critical thinking, you make the final call, and ultimately you own the outcome. So there you have it. That's the playbook. You know the incredible promise, but you also know the very real dangers. So the question I'll leave you with is this. How are you going to use this amazing technology, not as a risky shortcut, but as a tool to make yourself an even sharper, more informed investor? Because now, that power is in your hands.
Thanks for watching. If this helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell to get notified when we post new ones.